Do you want to play 20 questions with me? Cool. I have 20 questions that I have wrote down, that I have kind of put together to ask. And the fun thing about this video is I'm actually going to answer as well. So it's not just gonna be you, okay? Okay, let's get started. I have my phone with the questions to guide me. Okay, first question. Is there one age that you would like to be forever? You know, when I had thought about this question, I had said to myself that I would probably want to be the age of 4 forever, because I would want to be a kid forever. That's how much I would have liked being a kid. But I think I'm going to go with the age of 18, because you're not an adult yet, so you don't have the responsibilities of an adult yet, but you're not being treated like a little kid either. If you live in the United States of America like I do, the age of 18 is actually when you're considered an adult. But you know, if we're gonna be technical about it in terms of actual numbers, you know, age 18 is still teen at the end of it. So yeah, but yeah, I would probably want to be the age of 18. What age would you like to be if you could be that age forever? Question number 2. What is your dream job? Well, my dream job would be something in media. You know, anything like TV, or, you know, reading books, or, you know, music or video games. I love media like that. That's my favorite thing in the whole wide world in terms of entertainment. What would your dream job be? Question number 3. If you could eat only one food forever, what would that food be? Well, for me, it would be cereal. I love cereal. I know cereal isn't really that healthy, but I do like cereal. I think I've tried almost all cereal before. Well, I haven't tried those cereal called Wheaties. I don't think that they're quite appetizing by how they look. And I haven't had Captain Crunch either. I don't think I've had Honey Bunches of Oats. And then there was this one cereal called Sugar Snaps, I think they're called, or Honey Snaps, Honey Smacks. I haven't had those either. I also haven't had Corn Pops before. I always thought that I would be somebody who liked Corn Pops, but my mom never bought me Corn Pops and I've never tried them before, so yeah. But what food would you pick if you could only pick one food forever? Question number 4. If you had to choose between eating healthy or going to the gym exercising, which one would you pick? I think I would pick eating healthy, because I feel like that would be easier. I feel like eating healthy is easier than exercising, because, you know, when you're exercising, you're moving around, you're, you know, using core strength, and it can sometimes be a little bit tiring. But when you're just eating healthy, you know, you're just consuming food. Maybe exercising would be the right one to pick though, because even with healthy food, if you're not moving around, you might gain some weight. But yeah, I think I'll stick with eating healthy though. If you had to choose between eating healthy or exercising, which one would you pick? Question number 5. Are you vibrant and happy like the sun, or are you dark and mysterious like the moon? This one is hard for me to choose, because some days I'm very happy and bubbly and vibrant like the sun. On the weekdays, I'm kind of like the moon, where I'm dark and mysterious and I don't really want to say something or anything to anybody. But on the weekends, I'm like happy and vibrant and bubbly and all in someone's face. If I want to be though. And just all cheerful. Probably because I don't have to go to work on the weekends for me personally. But you choose. Are you vibrant and happy like the sun? Or are you dark and mysterious like the moon? Question number 6. What is one physically attractive trait that you have and one physically attractive trait that you wish you had? Well, for me, I think one physically attractive trait that I have is long hair. Yes, this is my actual hair. I don't wear extensions. I don't really wear wigs, even though I do have some wigs that I've shown on this channel before. And I don't have like any, pieces of hair in my hair. This is all my hair. But I think my hair is probably the one physically attractive trait that I have, because I know that a lot of people like to see long hair on girls and women. But one physically attractive trait that I wish I did had would be blue eyes. I like blue eyes and green eyes so much. I think it looks so cool and majestic. And I'm just so, not jealous, but I'm just thinking to myself about all the people who have blue eyes and green eyes. I was like, I wish I could be a part of your group, because I feel like I would look so cool with blue eyes or green eyes. It would kind of like bring out my whole entire, appearance, I guess. I think so. What's one physically attractive trait that you have and one physically attractive trait that you wish you had? Question number 7. If you could swap lives with somebody, who would it be? Or do you choose to not swap lives with anybody at all? I don't think right now, thinking about it right now in this given moment, that I would really want to swap lives with anybody. I'm kind of content with where I am now, even though I do have, big goals and big dreams. As of right now, I'm kind of content with where I am. And besides, I don't want to lose how I look. If I swap lives with somebody, I might lose how I actually look. But, that might not be the case. It might just be personality-wise, or, their status, like if they're famous or rich or something like that. But as of right now, I'm kind of cool with who I am. Hopefully though, I do achieve my goals and dreams one day. But let me know, if you could swap lives with somebody, who would it be? Or would you want to just stay yourself as well? Question number 8. What is a food combination that most people would think is gross, but you love? Okay, so I kind of like eating toast with jelly, and then on the side of the toast and jelly, I have barbecue potato chips. I know that sounds really gross, but just try it. Don't knock it until you try it, because it kind of brings out both the sweet and the salty together in your mouth, and it kind of tastes kind of good, especially when the bread is still hot and the jelly has kind of not marinated, but has sit on the hot piece of bread, and then you eat it, and then you start eating the barbecued potato chips, and they taste really good to me. You might like it. Don't knock it until you try it. But what's one food combination that you love, but you might think most people might think that it's gross? Number 9. What is a period in time or in history that you want to go back to, or you wish you could have saw or want to see? I really, 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 really wished I could have saw the 1980s. I really wish I could have saw the 1980s in real life and in real time. As I've mentioned on videos on this channel before, I am a Generation Z. I'm a part of the Generation Z, Gen Z generation. I was born in the year 2000, so I never got to see anything before the year 2000 in real life and in real time. And so because of that, I really wish I could have saw the 1980s. The 1980s looks so cool. I wish I could have saw everything that happened in real life in real time. I personally feel like I would have thrived in the 1980s. I don't think I would have struggled when it comes to trying to survive or trying to live in the 1980s. I think I would have been good. Especially with me wanting a media career, I think I would have been good. I think I would have gotten it in the 1980s. What's one period in time or in history that you wish you could go back to if you did live it, or you wish that you could have saw if you didn't live it? Number 10. We are halfway through the questions. Where in the world do you wish you lived in? Well, I kind of have two places. I wish I could either live in Los Angeles or Mexico, because, okay, let me explain the reason why. Places have hot climates, warm, and I'm somebody who I cannot deal with the cold at all that much. I love it when it's summertime, springtime. It's my favorite two seasons because I just love the hotness, the heat. I don't like coldness. When I get cold, I get stiff and I can barely move. It's just horrible. And then, of course, sometimes I even sweat during the winter. And, with it being cold outside, it just makes me feel all gross and yucky. But, that's the reason why I would want to live in those two places. Also, culture, just think it would be so cool to see all of that and just to experience it for myself. It's wonderful. And those are the reasons why I would live in those two places. But let me know, where in the world would you love to live in and why? Number 11. What is your ideal partner? I feel like in terms of an ideal partner, maybe someone who's like really out of the box, like somebody who's weird, but it's not like creepy weird. It's like cool weird. I know that sounds ridiculous. I sound ridiculous right now. I also would like somebody who is nice and who would understand me, and also somebody who's smart. It's okay to be funny and, comedic, but please don't be obnoxious and rude. Being rude to anybody isn't okay. And just somebody who's genuine and has a big heart and isn't afraid to be themselves. Now, of course, it kind of depends on the person. Somebody may be a good person, but if that person's not for you, then they're not for you. But, those are kind of the traits that I would look for in terms of my ideal partner. Probably somebody who's watching this right now and you're thinking to yourself, if you already do have a partner, my ideal partner is nothing like my partner who I have. And, that's okay because you probably still love your partner. And with you having your partner that you have, you probably wouldn't even want your ideal partner anymore. Who you're with is who you want to be with. So that's always good. What is your ideal partner? And just as a bonus, is your partner, if you do have a partner right now, are they somewhat what your ideal partner would be like? Number 12. The last dream you can recall. What was it about? Okay, everyone. So the last dream that I had was actually the morning of the day of me recording this video recording, and it was very scary, it was very creepy, it was very violent, and I don't even want to repeat it on camera. Just know that it gave me a huge nightmare. Literally someone died in my dream, and it was not fun at all. It was not fun at all. But let me know if you want to let me know. What was the last dream that you had or can recall? What was it about? Number 13. Name a place that you would like to see and travel to but haven't yet. So I already said that I would like to live in Mexico or Los Angeles. But I guess in terms of a specific place, and it could be super specific or super vague. For me, I think it would be Disney World. I've never been to Disney World or Disneyland before, and I really wish I could go to either one of them to just see it for myself for the first time. My parents never took me to Disneyland or Disney World, and I was always wondering why. I used to always ask my parents to take me to either Disneyland or Disney World, but they never did it. But I would love to see either one of those places, to go on the rides, to eat all of the Disneyland and Disney World restaurants, to see the princesses, to see Mickey Mouse and all of his friends and family, and to stay in the hotels and just to walk around the whole park or the whole Disney World and just to see it myself, to see all of the magic that's there. It is supposed to be the most magical place on earth. What's one place that you would like to see and travel to that you never have been to before? Number 14. Would you like to know when you die, how you die, or neither? Okay, I'm gonna pick neither. I do not want to know when I die, and I do not want to know how I die. I feel like either one of those would be too scary for me to take in. That's so scary to even think about. I mean, to know when you die, you already know the day you're gonna die, and so you're just kind of contemplating and anticipating and just waiting for that time to come. And then when it comes to how you die, you'll know how you die, but you never know when it's gonna take place. That's so creepy to me. Either one of those are so creepy to me. But let me know if you're brave. Would you want to know when you die, how you die, or neither one of those? Number 15. Have you ever had a celebrity crush before? Not really for me. When it comes to celebrities, I kind of just like their work and their art and what they do, and I use it as inspiration for me to try to achieve my goals and dreams. But to be kind of all googly-eyed over a celebrity before and be like, oh my gosh, they're so cute, I wish I could date them, I wish I could have a piece of their hair and store it beside my bed, oh my gosh, I'm buying all these magazines and videos and watching all these TV shows and movies about them and looking at all types of interviews and documentaries about them. That's never really been something that I've never done with a celebrity before. But comment and let me know. Have you had a big celebrity crush before? And who was it? Or if you're somebody like me who you've never really had a celebrity crush before. Number 16. What is the biggest regret you've had in life? Well, for me personally, I think a big regret that I've had in life is I've always been somewhat too fearful and scared about things that I really wanted to achieve or try to do. I always let my fears and my nervousness gets to me, and a lot of those fears and nerves that I've had has really somewhat stopped me in a lot of things throughout my life that I wanted to achieve or accomplish or try to do in my life. But over the years, I have been trying to get better at not letting, worry and stress and fear and anxiety really try to overtake my life. And, kind of just put my best foot forward and be brave and be courageous and confident and just go for the plunge, go for the gusto. And, whatever happens, it's going to happen. Something good might happen. It's not always going to be something bad that might happen. You may take a leap of faith and take some courage and take the plunge, and what you want to achieve and accomplish will actually happen. So always remember that. What's one big regret that you've had in life, whether it was specific or just in a general sense? Number 17. How do you deal with stress? So for me, I usually deal with stress by listening to music, I love listening to music. I listen to all kinds and types of music as long as it's not anything that's evil. I guess I can say. But I like all types of music. Um, I just like to listen to music throughout the day when it's the weekends. When it's the weekdays, I usually listen to music before I start working on something or having to go to work in general. And I feel that music really calms me down. It really makes me, be less stressed. I feel like that's a lot of people when it comes to listening to music or like listening to music, especially when it helps them with stress. The answer that I said. Music can be so therapeutic, but it can also be somewhat mind controlling. So always be aware of that when you're listening to different types of music. How do you deal with stress? What are ways that helps you deal with stress? Number 18. If you could have one wish granted, what would that wish be? I would wish for world peace. I would wish for world peace, for people to have what they need, for people to not be, stressed or anxious about life, for people to be able to live comfortably throughout the whole entire world. There have been so many people throughout history, whether you know their names or not, that have just really struggled and really had to work their hardest in order to survive. And, it makes me sad because there's a lot of people out here that are having to, for example, work multiple jobs, or they may not have a job, or they're having to do some other third way to get by, to make ends meet for them or their families, or both them and their families. And, just sometimes when I'm out and about, I may see people who, you can tell that they are having a hard time in life, and it just makes me so sad to see. And that's why I would wish for world peace, because with world peace and with, just the wishing for everybody throughout the whole entire world to have what they need and for them to live comfortably, so they don't have all that extra stress and anxiety that shouldn't have been in their lives anymore. And that's what I would wish for. Happiness, just peace and blessings and happiness in everyone's life, not just in my life, but in everyone's life, so that everyone can have that experience of just being able to have what they want, what they need, and just being able to live their life the way that they want to live it. What's one wish, if it could be granted, that you would wish for? Number 19. Do you believe in the paranormal or life beyond Earth? Well, I don't know, everyone. Now, I am somebody, with me personally being Christian, I do believe that there's life after you die. I do believe in that. But life beyond Earth, like on a different planet, or, the paranormal, as in, ghosts, stuff like that. I mean, there have been instances where, people have filmed and have footage and took pictures of, paranormal stuff happening in their lives, or some people claim that they have evidence of life beyond Earth on different planets, like aliens and UFOs. But, I guess God willing, if there is life beyond Earth on different planets, or life in terms of the paranormal, then it does exist, God willing. But if not, then it doesn't exist. I'm kind of not really sure how I should answer this question, or what I really think about this question. I'm kind of on the fence about this question because, if I do happen to have something paranormal in my life happen to me one day, then okay, that would make me think to myself, oh, maybe ghosts really are real. Maybe the paranormal can really happen in your life. But, until that day comes, I guess I'll just stick with my answer of, if there is paranormal and life beyond Earth that happens, if God allows it, then, it exists. If God doesn't allow it, then it doesn't exist. Do you believe in the paranormal or life beyond Earth, as in different planets or aliens or UFOs? Question number 20. What is a special skill or talent you have, and a special skill or talent that you wish you could have? Well, for me, I think being able to change my voice to sound like different, voice tones is a special skill or talent I have. Sometimes I can sound like a little kid. Sometimes I can sound like an old lady. Sometimes I can sound like even a man. But that would be my special skill. I think that my little kid voice would be, "Mommy, can I have another box of orange juice?" And then my old lady voice would be, "Hello, dear. Oh my goodness. Yes, I know. There's things that just happen a lot in our lives." And then I think that my man voice would be, "Dude, what would happen if we just built this whole rocket ship and then light it on fire and it goes up to the stars?" That would be my all three voice characters, for example, that I think I would be able to nail down in terms of being able to change my voice. But one special skill or talent that I think that I wish I could have would be singing. I don't really think that I'm a good singer. I mean, I guess I sound decent, but I don't really find myself as a good singer. Like, for example, I'm gonna try to sing Happy Birthday, right? Okay, let me try to sing Happy Birthday, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you. See, I had to be a little bit quiet because my parents are in the next room. I feel like if my parents were in the next room, I would be able to sing a bit louder, and so I can show how I would actually really super sing, like the full potential of my actual singing voice. But even with my actual full potential singing voice, I don't think that I'm a really good singer. I think if I could rate myself on a scale of 1 to 10, it would probably be like a 5 or a 6. But let me know, what is one special skill that you have, and one special skill or talent that you wish you could have? Guess what, everyone? I actually have some bonus questions. Let's get started. What fantasy or mythical creature do you wish you could become? I would like to be a fairy. I think fairies are so cool. I think fairies, with them having the power to fly and, having fairy dust and, being able to like zip around and move around so quickly. And then they're so tiny so they can fit into any little space or crevice. I think that would be so cool. It kind of reminds me of that one song that's called "She's a Fairy." She is a fairy. It reminds me of that one song. The only bad thing that I think would be about being a fairy is that I feel like fairies might get eaten by like owls and mice because they're so tiny, but hopefully not for me if I was to ever become a fairy. What mythical or fantasy creature that you know about that you would want to become? What is the one thing that celebrities do that you wish you could do in your life? Well, I know that most celebrities have a lot of money. So one thing that I would want to be able to do, I wish I could do in my life that I feel like celebrities could do, is that with some of the money that celebrities have, if I were to ever have that much amount of money, I would try to donate more to, charities and organizations that help people. And, maybe even one day build my own charity or organization to help people in need, to help people who are struggling. With celebrities having the money that they do have, usually, that usually allows them to donate to a lot of different charities and a lot of different organizations that help people in need. But yeah, that's something that I wish that I could do in my life that I feel like celebrities are able to do in their lives. What's something that a celebrity can do in their life that you wish that you could do in your life? What is one thing that you wish you could tell your younger self? Well, something that I wish I could tell my younger self is try to work smart. Don't try to work super hard, because even when you're working hard, you can still work and be a very hard worker and get everything done, but still don't really feel like you benefited from all the hard work that you did. But when it comes to working smart, even if you feel like you're doing less work, it can sometimes be more rewarding to work smart, because you're able to get the benefit that usually most of the time when someone's working smart, you're able to actually reap the benefits or receive the benefit from working smart and not having to do so much hard work that you would have done if you did a whole bunch of hard work but still didn't get what you were looking for or what you were trying to exceed in or achieve in return. So that's something that I would tell my younger self, to work more smartly and not to work so hardly. But what's something that you would like to tell your younger self? Finally, it's your funeral. What things do you hope people are saying about you? I hope at my funeral people are saying that I was a very sweet, kind, and generous person, that I trust in God, that I wanted to see the best in people, that I tried to help people the very best that I can, and I overall just try to look at the positive in life. Those are the things that I hope people say about me at my funeral, and that I hope people remember about me in terms of a legacy that I leave behind, if I am to leave behind a legacy in this world. But let me know, what are some things that you hope people say about you at your funeral? And that is it, everyone. Those are the 20 questions that I have, and of course, the bonus questions. Apologies if it felt like I was kind of rushing with this video. It is kind of late at night where I am right now, during the time of me filming this video right now. So I feel like I was kind of rushing because I didn't want to stay up all night long trying to film this video. So apologies if it felt like I was kind of rushing with my answers to the questions. I hope that you still enjoyed this video and you were able to enjoy it, watch it, be intrigued and interested about it, or buy it rather. Feel free to comment down below any answers that you have for any of the questions that I talked about, or feel free to comment down below anything that you wanted to say about this video, whether you liked this video or disliked it, any other questions that you think should have been featured in this video. I really would love to hear about it. I hope that you once again enjoyed this video. I hope that peace and blessings and gifts from God remain in your life. And I hope that positivity remains in your life.